Atibaia is a Brazilian municipality in the state of São Paulo, Brazil. The name is derived from an indigenous language called Tupi and means healthy water river. Its name has changed over time, from the primitive Tupi word Tybaia to Thibaia, Atubaia, Thibaia, and finally the city's modern name, Atibaia. Its strawberry crops are well known. These crops are cultivated mainly by Japanese descendants, since the city was a common Japanese immigrant center. History. In 1665, Geronimo de Camargo and his expedition found a hill near a river named Thibaia. Geronimo de Camargo was a bandeirante explorer. The main objective was to search the interior lands of Brazil for rich mineral resources, such as gold, silver and emeralds in present-day state of Minas Gerais. Camargo had his men build a chapel by the Tubaia River, which served as shelter to tropeiros, interior explorers on horseback, as well. The area was already occupied by Mateus Nunes da Siqueira, a priest who established contact with the Guarulhos tribe. In June 1665, a farm was established and Father Mateus built a village with the help of enslaved natives. The village was called Atubaia. Atubaia was a very important settlement at that time, because it was part of the route to Minas Gerais. São Paulo, probably the second most important city in Brazil at that time, was south of Atubaia and the mining region north of it, locating Atubaia midway between those two important points. As time passed, Atubaia became very important. Even the King of Portugal, João, visited the small town. Many famous artists lived in or visited Atubaia, such as Benedito Calixtus, a famous church fresco painter. The city boasts two of his paintings. Alberto Santos Dumont, an aviation pioneer, also visited Atubaia. In April 1864, Atubaia was officially promoted to the status of city due to the increased size of its population. An important thoroughfare that divides the city is now called Avenida Geronimo de Camargo. The correct denomination for the native people is Atibaiano, but Atibaia.Its is common. Geography. Atibaia is located 64 kilometers northeast of São Paulo and 88 kilometers southeast of Campinas, two major urban centers in the region. The city is located on a strategic highway crossing the junction of Rodovia.De Pedro I and Rodovia Fernão Dias, having direct access to important cities such as São Paulo, Belo Horizonte, Campinas and Jacareí. Atubaia has 478 square kilometers of area. 40% of this area is urbanized. The average altitude is 800 meters. Demographics. According to the census of 2007 executed by the Brazilian Institute of Geography and Statistics, Atubaia has approximately 119,166 inhabitants. However, 30,000 of these are people who own land or summer homes in the city, but do not reside there. Atubaia have a Gini index average equals 0.43 according to 2007 IBGE data. There is not a great industrial activity in Atubaia, and so there is a huge labor offer. According to the IBGE census, 65% of the population is part of the economical active age group. Economy. In 2005, the Brazilian Development Bank loaned Atubaia R$2 million to try to help it improve its city hall management. The funds will be invested in information technology, human resource qualification, specialized technical services, equipment to support tax, auditing, and infrastructure. Sites of interest. There is a museum in Atubaia called the Museu João Batista Conte. Begun in 1954, it contains arms, armor, furniture, historical objects, coins and works of religious art, along with important documents on the colonial and imperial periods in Brazil. Atibaia also has an evangelic seminary of the Word of Life organization, or as known in Portuguese, Palavra da Vida, SBPV, Seminário Bíblico Palavra da Vida, founded in 1965, is located on the outskirts of Atubaia. Sister city, Melipilla.